Okay, when I count from 3 to 1, when I get to 1, you will be at the exact scene of where it was decided that you would be alone. And what happened? 3, 2, 1. What's happening?
There was explosion.
Mm-hmm.
There was explosion on the ship. And I just left by myself.
Mm-hmm.
There was an explosion.
Were you the only survivor?
Yes. Because I need to know something. The cosmos brought me here because I need to know something.
What is it you need to know?
That the planets are alive. I'm next to them. I'm just standing there and observing it.
Mm-hmm.
And I see Saturn and some other planets which I don't know the name.
Mm-hmm.
But they are alive. They are like humans can be alive. The same the planet is alive.
Mm-hmm.
It's a breathing intelligence.
Yes.
It actually can communicate with you.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it can smile at you.
What are you saying to each other?
Say again.
What are you saying to each other?
Well, the planet Saturn just told me I love you.
Mm-hmm.
We don't speak much. We're just there.
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling of larger presence
Mm-hmm.
is surrounding us. Oh. It's a very strong force of nothingness. That's the black matter.
Mm-hmm.
In which everything lies upon. It's a stillness,
Mm-hmm.
but it's moving.
Mm-hmm.
It has the movement inside. It's a living creature.
Mm-hmm.
It's a living organism. It's alive.
How does it feel to be in the presence of this creature?
It feels very small. To feel myself very small. It's very big. I understand with my mind that the holder of everything.
Mm-hmm.
And even though I don't see the limits and boundaries of that, I realize with my mind that creature or that being is everything
Mm-hmm.
and everywhere. It's very big.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the God itself.
Mm-hmm.
It's looking at me.
Mm-hmm. I wish to share anything with you.
Mm-hmm.
Does it wish to share anything with you?
I don't understand.
Would it like to communicate or share any wisdom with you?
I'm afraid to ask. It's too big.
Let's just open ourselves to receiving this presence, whatever it is you would like to share with us, or any energy you would like to send us.
I would like to come to your human form to visit your life and to make presence to where you are right now.
Very good. We're very welcome to your presence. Is there anything you have to share with us today?
I have the message for you that the life on the planet will disappear. I want that to happen for the greater good of the human beings.
Mm.
Life on the planet is not happening according to the plan.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to change it.
Mm-hmm.
But the most important is that no one will survive.
How will this happen?
That will happen by the exposure of the sun. With the dark light. The earth will be under the shadow. It's needed to happen. It is important so that it takes place.
Why must this happen?
There is too much of disbalance. Of someone trying to enter into my plan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not angry. I don't feel frustration. It's just what it should be.
Mm-hmm.
Because I am playing them. And they don't know that.
Mm-hmm. And who is them?
Other creations of mine.
Mm-hmm.
They are beautiful too.
Mm-hmm.
You are all me. I am the Father. And you are my kids. You don't have to be afraid though. Because everyone has their own little heart and their own little planet and their own little world. It's a beautiful joke. Although you think that you live together, you're actually just one person. Live in extraordinary, huge and vast space of no space.
Mm-hmm.
And you think that some moments or events happens with you and with everybody else. But there is no anybody else. It's just you with your little heart, your little planet, and your little world. Ah, it's so beautiful to see what are you doing with your little world. And I love all of you. All of you. There's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to be. Because we are here permanently. We are here. We are here. If you human can understand and feel it just a little bit, there is nowhere to go. There is no time. And right now, as you're sitting there, Taylor, right at that moment, you've been here as a flower, as a box, as a star, as a multiverse, right at this moment. You've been here for a billion years.
Mm.
And nothing has changed. You are still the same as when you were a flower or anybody or anything else. That's where we live. Mission is to go to toilet with your permission.
Yes, please. Right. Can you just adjust your mic before we begin? Okay. I'm going to take a deep breath. I'm going to count from 3 to 1. And on 1, we'll be right back where we left off. Like nothing happened at all. 3, deeper. 2, deeper. 1. Where are you?
I'm still here.
Good. So, what is the fate of the human race? Are we going to be extinct as a species?
There is no future development of the human race due to limitation of the mind.
Mm. is that limitation.
Krishmamurti. There is no further the mind can go.
Mm.
It's for sure on the borderline. That's why human race needs to move to an upgrade. Because the mind is going into perversion.
Mm.
The more and more sinking in the patterns and layers of reaction to the reaction to the reaction,
Mm.
and it's more far away from the actual simplistic truth. The truth is very simple.
Mm-hmm. Is there somewhere else that our souls will be going? New start, perhaps, on this new level of consciousness.
Yes. There is an end of human life as a example as it is right now. That era is finished. There is next step of interaction in between human is coming forth. And the souls are everywhere. They're flying all over. It's very, very different. Those souls are all different. You are all different.
Mm-hmm.
And your wishes and tendencies are all different.
Are you able to give a timeline at all for this happening?
Timeline. It's 2023. That's why the vehicle, which is Misha, has a sense that there is no career to be built on earth.
Mhm.
Although 2023 is happening in all the planes at once, there is 2023, which has already happened and will happen and happening now,
Mhm.
accordance to your own little heart and your own little planet and your own little world.
Mhm.
It is 2023.
We shall all join Source again.
Say again.
We shall all join Source again.
No. It's a next mission,
Mhm.
next step. It's like the same movie which you have in front of your eyes. Right next moment will be a different movie.
Mm.
You'll just have to accommodate. And that will become your new movie.
Will we have any
Then
memory?
you will have memory of everything.
Mhm.
And there is a question in your list
Mm.
about the mind. What is, if there is a mind beyond the mind?
Mhm.
There is.
Mhm.
That mind is me.
Very good.
I am constructing all the planes, all the visions, all the shapes and forms. And you receive that signal of mine. And you repeat it and transmit by your own mind. Ultimately, you see what I have been created
Mhm.
already prior. Actually, what you see is what I see with my own eyes. It's very, very loving process.
Mhm.
You look with your eyes at me while I'm looking at you. While you are me, I am you.
Mm.
I love you.
Mm.
I love you.
We will feel no fear during this process.
No, of course not. The fear is just the body reaction.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be because you are a mix of the different forms of the light and the physical expression with animal characteristics. And although your body is communicating with you, and it always always the mind and the true connection with the pure mind is primordial. It has the advantage of the body. While the questions were selected, there were a thoughtful form. When incident is about to take place, the body already knows that it will happen, and it can stop in certain point before the car will hit the body. But the actual message is communicated from the mind to the pure mind first, and then signaling as a knowledge to the body. So the answer to the question, the mind, the pure mind, not the egocentric mind. The mind is always first. And mind can lead the body where you would like to go.
Mm-hmm. So does it mean that our state of mind will guide us to where we're headed next?
Absolutely. It's only your state of mind. Pure mind, not the ego.
Mm-hmm.
Ego are wishes and needs which are based on fear.
Mm-hmm. What will happen to those that are in ego mind?
They will die. They will die. They will see their souls of what the purity is. They will be redirected to their accordance of their needs. Of my needs.
How can we as souls best prepare for this event?
You have to drink pure water and clean yourself.
Mm-hmm.
cleanse yourself inside. And just trust and spend most of your time in joy and love.
Mm.
Forgive everything
Mhm.
what was uncomfortable for you in your experience. Start thinking about the next step. Like mentally think about how your day is going to be on the next plane.
Mhm.
Don't think in terms of time and desire to receive something.
Mhm.
It's more about being now in a good state, a state of no time.
Mhm. Now, I just want to talk about reincarnation for a moment. Is reincarnation
Please.
is this a truth that we are reincarnated, and is this something that will be happening to us after this event?
There is no reincarnation as such, as there is no really place to go. You are one particle in one place, and you experiencing different, let's say, visions.
Mm-hmm.
And you can take whatever form of the vision. But you don't ever change your form. It's just the vision,
Mm-hmm.
which you call different incarnation.
Right.
And if you can master the sense of being, when you can see through the vision,
Mm-hmm.
you can understand that actually it's just a facade.
Mm-hmm.
Just like yogis did, they mastered the technique of how to go beyond.
Yes.
And then you can exist in the vision or so-called incarnation,
Mm-hmm.
at the same time being in both places at once. I would like you to explain how this yogic science is working,
Mm-hmm.
although limitation of the mind of this vehicle, cannot go there. because I can only function in the limits of the specific vehicle.
Yes, understood. Whatever you can manage to explain, we would be very grateful.
He needs to learn more. He needs to study deeper
Mhm.
to be able to know the very details and specifics of yogic science, how they managed to see through the little expressions of the light.
Mhm. If one just practices meditation, could it be done through that simple act alone?
Can be done what?
Meditation alone.
To achieve what?
See beyond the veil or beyond the vision.
Yes, for sure. You connect to me. And you speak to me directly. Although different obstacles in your mind and blockages, they do not allow to penetrate directly. Krishnamurti was saying that there is no contact of intelligence. In other words, the intelligence cannot function in the mind, which has different obstacles, has fears, guilt,
Mhm.
shame, and so on. And this is not so. If you practice enough, you can disengage through those obstacles. What is true that the obstacle is actually you,
Mhm.
that your mind is actually you, is your fragrance of your experience.
Mhm.
And by really realizing that and putting whatever is there on its place, not to change it, not to run away from it, but really find its niche in your time of existence,
Mhm.
in your present moment. Find its niche and let it be there. Then everything kind of sets and puts every little thing on its place. And the channel is opening to connect to the bigger mind.
Mhm.
Krishmamurti, all right. I feel his presence here.
Mm-hmm.
He's laughing and smiling.
Mm. Very good.
He wants to talk.
Very good. So, what would he like to say?
He'd like to say hello.
Hello.
I'm happy to see you.
Yes, we're
And
very happy.
Please.
I just wanted to say I'm very happy to see and talk to you as well, be in your presence. Thank you for coming.
Thank you. I'm delighted that you actually interested in everything what the speaker was talking about.
Definitely. I'm here for it.
I must say that there was a quite astonishing and challenging life at that period when the speaker was there.
Mm-hmm.
It was hard to
Mm-hmm.
get the message to those minds.
Mm-hmm.
That was hard. Misha, the vehicle, had the question.
Mm-hmm.
He was observing myself, of my reactions of my body while I was communicating
Mm-hmm.
with different beings, different people. And yes, he was right. I was still experiencing everything in my body. Same human sensations. While the mind, my focus were on the mind and on the presence.
Mm-hmm.
You can never really overcome the body,
Mm-hmm.
but you can overcome your focus.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, that's actually the truth, that you don't look with your eyes into the eyes of another person in order not to get involved into play of the different energies inside of the life of the human life of the being or animal. That's why I was not looking in the eyes always,
Mm-hmm.
in order to keep my focus on my center.
Very good. What do you believe is your biggest teaching for us all.
Could you repeat, please?
What do you believe is your greatest teaching to us all?
The greatest teaching of all is to observe the mind,
Mm-hmm.
to observe the self.
Mm-hmm.
Is the greatest pleasure. Although it's painful as well. Only in observance you can find the essence of presence, of enormous force of life.
And Krishnamurti, I'd like to hear your thoughts on what is happening with the human race today.
The happening is what we all knew,
Mm-hmm.
where it's all going.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to be visionary or something else. You just have to have your eyes to see.
Mm-hmm.
You just look where it's all going. Obviously, there's nowhere else it can go
Mm-hmm.
where it is now. And yes, I knew where it's going, and I was revealed where it's going. But I needed to do what is relevant to that time and development of that society. I had my responsibility in providing very specific frame of information. But the good news are that there are different people already here. And their minds are pure. Maybe not completely pure, but purer. and their body are clean. Their intentions are different. And that's the wisdom of ours. That's there is something technological with the battery of the phone.
Mm-hmm.
Need to rechange the battery.
Yes. Okay.
worry.
We were getting your thoughts on what's happening today on our plane.
Yes, there are different people coming. They're already here for sure. And with our hope. It is our hope. It's just the mind cannot go any directions any other directions which it has been guided. That's the conditioning.
Mm-hmm.
And those who are conditioning to go a certain path, they have to go there.
Mm-hmm.
What I can do with that. But the beautiful thing is that there are other people who are different minds and they have different conditioning.
Mm-hmm.
And we all holding together for the brighter future.
Mm-hmm.
And we also hold it together for those whose conditioning is going a different way. There is no left behind. It's just this time is about attention to the next step. It's important time. Next step. Nobody's left over. Everybody is the same.
Mm-hmm.
But all the lights are on the next step. We have to.
Sorry, could you move your microphone a little closer to your mouth so I can hear you more clearly? Thank you.
Do you want me to repeat everything again?
No, that's okay. I heard you well enough. Could you explain the next step for us?
Next step of what?
I guess of the human condition, what you were mentioning, what we have to pay attention to.
Well, it's very simple. What is dwelling on your mind?
Mm-hmm.
Moment to moment to moment.
Mm-hmm.
That's what creates your mind.
Mm-hmm.
That creates your memory, which you, as every individual, carry on to the infinity. And this is your own individual responsibility, enormous responsibility. Everything what you have known about this life is what you will carry to the whole cosmos,
Mm-hmm.
to all the beings will know who you are by what was dwelling on your mind. First, it's a physical, and then it remembers and writes itself as a memory to your field. Remember that the body is water. And the water takes any form, any shape. And everything, every little thought, every little movement of your mind is mere action in your water, in the water of your body. And that is your state. And that state is manifestation of the dwelling sensations in your mind.
Mm.
And this is what you carry as your life.
Mm.
This is what you carry next.
Thank you so much. Beautiful. Do you believe there is hope for the human race?
Help or hope?
Hope.
Hope.
Yes.
We don't operate with such a thing as hope on the physical plane.
Mm-hmm.
We're making actions, and the action of the next step is the appropriate action.
Mm-hmm.
There is no way to save what is the condition at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Do you believe that the human nature is violent from everything happening on this plane?
I do believe, unfortunately, that human nature is violent.
Mm-hmm.
That's a tendency of the conditions of what has been gathered together by Creator. Because there is no way you cannot be violent or protective. The violence is the protection.
Mm-hmm.
The protection is the fear. The fear is the wish for good.
Mm-hmm.
So there is love underneath everything,
Mm-hmm.
even so-called the most destructive. That's still love. But it's not recognized that love is actually the Creator playing you. But accordance to these rules of this game, of this plane, where you are as a creator or creator as you, that force is in the physical expression of the animal nature.
Mm-hmm.
It will have the tendencies of behavior according to the body.
Mm-hmm.
If we speak about angelic energy forms, there is no need in defensiveness, of protection of the territory. So the love is just everywhere in the presence.
Mhm. Are we one of the only planes with duality or with the sense of fear?
Oh no, there are many like this.
Okay.
Many. Not many of those know the vehicle, but there are many of this.
Mhm.
The plane which is operated by other species which are imposing their will, they for sure acting from fear.
Mm.
Maybe they do not realize that. And I perceive fear as duality, if that answers your question.
Yes. Now, I want to ask you about certain beings on this plane that wish to upload consciousness into the machines. What are your thoughts on that?
That is cruel.
Mm.
And that's not to be allowed.
Mhm.
It's like making step back. There is no natural, nothing natural when the intelligence itself is diminished by something artificial
Mhm.
in order to function a bigger intelligence. It's against the rational development of nature.
Mhm. So I would like to just ask you now if you had anything more you wanted to say to us. I'll open the floor to you.
I just wanted to emphasize that ability of the human mind to readjust itself is extraordinary. And from many different stages, you can change the state of mind and reconstruct it. That's absolutely possible.
Mm.
I would like to thank you and wish good luck in your journey.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your energy so much. And thank you for being with us here today.